This space is about to go through a crazy, crazy bull run. Actually, bigger than I actually thought before. It's almost freaky how high I think Bitcoin is going to go, along with many of the other alts. Over the past 2 weeks, the Federal Reserve just decided to print $900 billion for a stimulus package to help people recover from COVID, recover their, their lost jobs and everything, $600. And $760 billion for a military package. This is in the past 2 weeks. Some of the things that are in the COVID relief package, which makes me just incredibly bullish on Bitcoin, and I'll tell you why in a second. All right, so the COVID relief bill creates a committee to regulate performance-enhancing drugs in horse racing. The COVID relief bill includes funds for a museum that will offer programming, education, exhibitions on the life, art, history, and culture of women. The COVID relief bill includes a lengthy subsection titled the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Act of 2020. Also, the COVID relief bill sets aside funds to investigate the 1908 Springfield race riot. Also, the last one I'm going to go over, there's many more, but it also includes $10 million for gender study programs in Pakistan. Also, Egypt is going to get some money, a lot of money, and what's happening here? I'll tell you what's happening. This is incredibly bullish because the Fed needs to print as much currency as possible, and it's going to get lawless how much currency printing is going to happen. It's out of control, and it's about to get way worse because they're seeing what they can get away with, and they're going to print so much currency that, Bitcoin is going to go possibly to, there's no limit. If the more these guys print, there's no limit to how much Bitcoin will be worth. It probably won't even be valued in dollars in a couple years because the dollar could be completely worthless. Let's read what the Fed decided to say recently. Monetary policy will need to remain highly accommodative for quite some time because achieving our monetary policy goals is likely to be a journey, not a sprint. Now, we see that this is pretty much sprinting when they're printing so much currency out of thin air, and hardly any of it is going to help the American people. And so other governments are going to hop in on this as well. You're going to see just absolute craziness. And now, just for fun, Stefan Molyneux, The Value of Philosophy, he recently tweeted this. If you had invested in a college degree 4 years ago, you'd be $50,000 in debt. If you had invested the same money into Bitcoin, you'd have made $1.7 million. So the reason why all of these multi-billion-dollar corporations are deciding to, put their funds in Bitcoin is because there's no other way to escape what is about to happen around the world, which is crazy amounts of inflation, because they understand that central banks have gone wild. There is nothing stopping them. So there are 90 Bitcoin pretty much being mined every single day, okay? Out of that 90 Bitcoin, all of that is being sucked up almost instantly by PayPal, by other people that can get their hands on it. Nobody's letting that just go and float to the market or whatever for all of us. It's being taken off almost immediately. And I expect this demand to increase. And so what's going to happen when 90 is just instantly taken off, and then you have the rest of the world wanting to get into this. You know, you have thousands of corporations out there that are going to be wanting to get into Bitcoin, and they're not going to be able to get into Bitcoin, and they're going to be struggling because they hadn't understood what is happening with this inflation before it's too late. This is my third bull run. I've experienced 2017. That was pretty crazy, but that was only retail. This wasn't giant corporations trying to keep Bitcoin as their reserve asset. This is a completely different animal. This is really serious now. Like, this isn't like, okay, we're gonna make some money and that's it. This is where the rubber meets the road. You know, this is where, you know, people are gonna get really hurt if they don't own Bitcoin. So that's pretty much what I have to say. You know, people are asking me, is it too late to buy? Like, no. Every day that the Federal Reserve prints money and the ECB prints money or currency is a day to buy. So that's it. See you guys.